We're back, everybody, with more Sominum files. This button, gotta save the game. Game to save. Alright, so let's see what's going on in our boss's office. Shelves. Bags hanging on a rack. Inside the bags are masks, like for costume parties. Our boss likes Halloween, apparently. A tombstone. Rip. There are wine bottles lined up. A cabinet. Police officer mannequin. A police officer mannequin.
Have you met my partner? This is my childhood friend, Mario. He's a good listener. I tell him all my stories when I get lonely.
This was the moment I started to worry about my boss's mental health.
It's me, Mario. Nice to meet you. He talks?
Boss's friend, Mario. RC car.
Overall length of 15.35 inches, width of 8.8, height of 5.35, and a body weight of just a hair over 830 grams.
Yeah?
This RC car has friction dampers on the front and rear axles as well.
How do you know all this stuff?
I used to be a flag girl for RC car racing in my glory days.
Oh. An RC car. She got balls. It's a volleyball. A soccer ball.
Looking at that reminds me of my old boyfriend from high school.
So boss's old love interest must have been an athlete. Interesting. A soccer ball. A flag with big catch on it. Soba door curtain. A soba restaurant door curtain. Tanuki.
You think it's true that a tanuki's ball sack can stretch up to 10 square feet?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
It's a tanuki statue. A pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
You ever wonder why we call all our pumpkins Jack? What if that pumpkin's name was Bill?
Then be a billow-lantern.
Sorry, it was funnier in my head.
A pumpkin. Happy birthday banner. A happy birthday banner decoration. That birthday party was a while ago, though. Wait. A bookshelf. It's full of files and binders, but I don't know of what. It's got books, manga, movies, games, all sorts of stuff. What does she do in here? She's awesome. Duh. A bookshelf. It has a ton of things stuffed in it. She has a computer on her desk, the type that has a monitor built in. Boss's desk. There are stickers all over the front.
The battery died on that thing, so the hands have stopped. Like you and me.
What do you mean?
Oh, Date.
She wants your hands, but they have stopped. A dead clock.
That's a Persian rug, you know. Very expensive.
Oh yeah? How much?
More than I pay you.
10 billion yen.
What are you, in elementary school?
The Persian rug is laid out. A stationary bike for indoor training. A symbol.
I use that thing for stress relief sometimes.
I know. I can hear it all the way down the hall.
A snowboard. A triangular ruler. Skis.
Are you familiar with the murder case at the resort called Spur?
Nope. An electronic darts game.
Why do you have this?
So if we're trapped down here when World War III starts, we'll have something to do.
Okay. Makes sense to me. An electronic darts game. Chair. Poster. A police poster. Boy band poster. A boy band poster.
Yup. They're all my husbands.
What?
Uh-huh.
Boss is single, by the way. Boss is great. A boy band poster. Boss is fucking great. It's a lifesaver.
That's been here a while.
I mean, Christmas comes every year, right? It's a pain taking that thing down and putting it up again.
I mean, I guess. A decorated Christmas tree. That's been here since the first time I was in this room. A plaster figure. There's a lot of stuff hanging on that coat hanger, but none of it's coats. Alright, I think... Oh, nope, we gotta check out these masks.
That's my grandpa's death mask.
The guy had a huge face.
It's the boss's grandfather's death mask. Okay. A mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. A map on the wall. Public bath door curtain. A public bath door curtain. Alright. Door. The entrance. Oh. Matryoshka doll.
Reminds me of you, boss. You have many faces, one inside the other. No matter how deep you go, you'll never get to the real you.
Matryoshkas eventually end, though. You get to the last one, the smallest one, like a child. That's the real me.
A Matryoshka. Large key.
Like it? It reminds me of you, Date.
My name is Kaname. The kanji for key can be read as Kaname, but that's not my real name. I don't know my real name. I don't know anything about myself past 6 years ago. It's a large key. Alrighty then. That is everything but the lady herself. She's sitting on the desk casually. About the case 6 years ago.
Hey, remember the case you brought up yesterday? The one that happened 6 years ago?
Date, forget about it.
What?
It's been a long time since I've been at a crime scene, and I got a little carried away, and... Look, it was a slip of the tongue, okay? Shouldn't have said anything.
That just makes me want to know even more.
That case has nothing to do with this one.
But it might. Last night you said this could be a copycat crime.
Yes, that's my point. It might be a copycat killer, but it can't be the same killer. That's impossible. Literally impossible. So it's not necessary for you to know about past cases. It would only cloud your judgment.
I think I need to know.
I don't accept that.
Just give it up, Date.
About the case 6 years ago.
I wouldn't tell you even if my life depended on it. Even if you took me to the finest club in Kabukicho and showered me in Dom P, my lips are sealed.
I think we should go shower her in some Dom Perignon.
But why, boss?
It's top secret, classified.
It was that bad, huh?
If that's how you want to interpret it.
About that case 6 years ago.
Give it a rest, Date. You keep prying into this, and I'll hit you with a sexual harassment complaint.
This isn't harassment or sexual.
I can make it sexual.
It appears you wouldn't have an issue with that.
Got that right.
I can detect your thoughts, remember?
Thank you for your input, Iva.
So about that case 6 years ago.
Just promise me you'll let this go, okay?
Only if you promise me to make this sexual. Let's
It's
go.
a delicate issue. Even more delicate than my patience. So drop it. That's an order. Understood?
Nope, I'm dumb. About that case 6 years ago. I'm definitely not going to get anything else out of her. She can be surprisingly stubborn sometimes. Huh? I see you still haven't cleaned this place up.
Where do you think you are, Agent?
Metro Police Building in Kasumigaseki, Chiyoda District, Tokyo.
Underground. We're 6 stories underground.
Yeah, what about it?
No windows. It's suffocating in here. Dark and dreary all the time. So, I try to make my office colorful. Liven things up a little. It's like a party, right? I want it to feel fun in here.
You investigate murders. It's not supposed to feel fun. What's the status of the investigation?
Who do you think I am, Date?
I don't know who you are.
You're my boss? Commander of Abyss Metropolitan Police Department?
I mean, my name.
Huh. I honestly don't know.
What is your name, boss?
I've been calling you boss for 6 years, so...
Trust me, it's been more than 6 years.
I suffer from a memory disorder. I don't remember anything past 6 years ago. I've been having flashbacks recently, fragments of my past.
Wait, what does your name have to do with our investigation?
Because if you knew me well enough, you wouldn't have to ask.
Ah, so, nothing to report then. Got it.
Oh, damn. Are there any leads at all?
I don't know if I would call them leads.
What about the ice pick? The one we found in Mizuki's hand?
We were able to identify the manufacturer, but it's sold nationwide. It would be impossible to pin down the buyer.
Damn.
We did determine that the shape of the pick and the puncture wounds on the victim match perfectly. We also discovered that the blood on the pick is the victim's.
Meaning that ice pick was probably the murder weapon.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, I already knew that. About the ice pick.
The pick Mizuki was holding, the only prints on it are hers. The evidence is really stacking up against her.
I mean, they could have very easily wiped off the prints as they left it.
No. She couldn't have done it. That's impossible.
Especially with the rain.
Well, then you better hurry up and clear her. She is important to you, right?
Is there any other information?
Let's see. We have some more information about the victim, Shoko Nadami. It's up on the database. Although it's probably nothing you don't already know.
Well, maybe not. I haven't seen her for over a year.
Still, you know more about her than anyone else on the case, right?
I don't know.
It's part of the reason why I assigned you to this.
Nadami Shoko, 36 years old. Female. Residence, Meguro District. Met Date Kaname 5 years ago through her husband, Okiura Renju.
Whom I'm calling him the murderer right now.
Date and Renju were so-called old drinking buddies. Renju and Shoko had one child together, a daughter named Mizuki, the prime suspect of this case.
I think her dad murdered her mom and did all that shit, while Mizuki was hiding in there from him, or he stuffed her in there, and then he gave her the ice pick to hold on and said, okay, hold on to this, daddy will be right back, or some shit.
4 years ago, they were divorced. Shoko returned to using her maiden name, Nadami.
And he did not like that.
I should also give you this. It's a picture of Shoko. You'll need this when you're trying to get information, right? Since you don't have a cell phone.
Why don't I have a cell phone? I took Shoko's picture and put it in my pocket. About Mizuki.
Interrogators say she hasn't said a word since we found her.
The doctors say she's traumatized. She can't speak. She's seeing a specialist at Central Hospital right now.
Did you take her to the hospital after we found her?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Were you with her this whole time?
Yeah, I was.
You're like her legal guardian then.
Yeah, I am.
No, she just lives with me.
So, that makes you her legal guardian, you fucking clown. Mizuki Okiura, the girl we found in the merry-go-round. She's 12 years old, in the 6th grade. Certain circumstances brought us to live together, but we aren't blood related. Damn, she's only 12? Sort of like a stray cat that found her way into my home.
In any case, we're not going to get anything from her.
About Renju Okiura.
Have you picked up Renju yet?
He's at a police station nearby being interviewed. He's not a suspect yet, just standard procedure stuff.
I think he's a big suspect. Renju is Shoko's ex-husband and Mizuki's father, not to mention an old friend of mine.
I wonder what Renju was doing last night.
Let's go ask him.
I did call him a few times. He didn't answer.
He didn't?
No.
The local police tried his phone too, but they got the same result.
Huh. Shocking.
No one was able to get a hold of him until this morning.
Shocking.
We explained the situation to him. Had him verify Shoko's corpse. And naturally started asking him questions.
But he probably had all the right answers, though. Did we ever identify who called it in?
The person who reported the screaming?
Right.
Unfortunately, not yet.
What's the holdup?
They didn't identify themselves over the phone.
But you should have a location by now.
All we know is that it was a payphone.
That's what I figured. Can't trace it. Can't trace it if it's a payphone.
A payphone? That's odd.
Maybe they didn't want it to be traced. And if they didn't want it to be traced, then could they be the murderer?
It is unusual. Whoever it was clearly didn't want us knowing their identity. They may have even been the killer.
I already said that, boss. Come on. Pick up the pace, boss lady. Oh, his eye moves on its own. That's... Ah!
Oh.
Aw. But, okay. We just okay with this, boss? We just okay with this, boss?
Hello.
No. Goodbye. We'll come back to GUI STEM. No, we're only 15 minutes in. God damn it, no.
No, not hello.
That's what I'm saying.
I told you not to just pop out of nowhere like that.
I do not understand your concern. Boss knows me by now.
That doesn't matter. I can see your fake AI eyeball stem. It can't be too comfortable for Date for you to keep doing that.
Well, still.
Boss, help me out here. About I.
I've been thinking a lot lately. About myself. If I have another mind inside me, am I really me?
Well, it reminds me of something Arthur Rimbaud once wrote.
About the ship of Theseus?
I is another.
Meaning what?
You have to figure that out for yourself. That's the point.
About my eye.
Hey, so... about my left eye.
Now's not the time to talk about that.
It just popped out of my face and grew tiny little stubby bear legs and ears. I think now's the perfect fucking time to talk about that. About I.
Hey, what does love mean to you?
Where is this coming from?
Just answer the question.
Let me guess. You're asking me because the Japanese word for love is I, right? Like a pun?
Nah.
I'm right, aren't I? You dork.
That hurts, you know.
Nah. So, about Aiba.
Hey, boss, is it possible to do something about her personality?
Don't ask me, I didn't create her. Get Pewter to tinker with her.
Wasn't the AI ball your idea, though?
Yeah, but I didn't choose her personality or the way she talks. You can thank Pewter for that.
Boss is looking at Aiba. Hey, Aiba. Who are you?
Is that a serious question? We've been partners for 5 years. You know who I am.
You know, you are kind of cute. A little bit.
Aren't I? I receive that compliment frequently.
Your attitude isn't, though.
So, am I cute or not cute?
That is the question.
I was joking.
I don't understand your joke. Can you explain what's funny about it?
Oh. Nope, not cute at all. Why did you come out?
I haven't been getting a lot of exercise lately.
Well, that's because you're a fucking eyeball!
You're joking, right?
It's been 5 years since we first met. One day I got called into the control room and Pewter, the engineer, showed it to me. Stuffed it right in my face.
The official title is AI Ball. You may call her Aiba. The artificial intelligence contained within this sphere is nothing short of miraculous. An autonomous artificial intelligence birthed from collective nanotechnology.
Okay.
Its ability to think is controlled by a program we call the Wadjet system.
Wadjet is an Egyptian god, I believe.
Special Agent Date, from today forward, this is your partner. She will be your personal computer and your personal companion.
No, thank you. Aiba's been living in my head ever since. She gathers info and runs analyses. She can also access wireless networks and hack into other computers. While she's in my eye socket, we communicate through an artificial nerve to my brain. It lets us talk without actually speaking. Why did you come out?
Okay, really now. What's the real reason you came out?
There is something I need to report to the boss.
You could have just told me to tell her.
To me?
Correct. I could have had the message relayed through Date, but that would have been less efficient.
I disagree.
I concluded that it was better to have the both of you hear this together.
Aren't you wasting a lot of time explaining this?
Please listen quietly. I have determined who reported the crime.
How the hell could you possibly have done that?
Huh?
You have?
Okay, back inside.
No,
I'm giving you an order.
does not compute. I found the payphone that the caller used.
I can ask how.
It was near the location of the crime, Bloom Park.
Yes, we've already determined it was near the location of the crime, Bloom Park, or else how could he hear the screaming coming from the location of the crime, Bloom Park? Yeah, that's...
Thus, I decided to check the surveillance footage of any security cameras operating nearby.
Okay.
So you found a way into that database.
That is correct. That area has little foot traffic, even less at night. The time of the report was around 9 p.m. Cameras only caught one person in the area around that time.
Wait a minute now. But... hold up now, then. So, let's work this out real quick. So, we arrived on the scene at 10:51 p.m., correct? Right?
I think so.
Okay, so 10:51 p.m. According to Aiba, masticization of the blood and rigor mortis set the time of death at about 6 hours prior, at about 5 p.m., right? Is that correct?
Right.
But... so it said the body was reported 2 hours ago prior at around 9 p.m., like she says. But... here's the thing. Something here doesn't add up. It said he reported it because he heard screaming. But if she was already dead at about 5 p.m., then how could he have heard screaming unless it was Mizuki from inside the merry-go-round?
I was thinking that's what I was gonna say. I was thinking then that's the only other explanation for it.
But here's the thing: if Mizuki was so traumatized that she can't even speak now, I feel like she wouldn't be able. I feel like she wouldn't be screaming. So I'm gonna keep this info in the back of my head for now.
I analyzed the footage and was able to obtain a facial recognition match.
It was Renju Okira.
They were registered as a person of interest in the police database.
Oh my god, who was it?
Oh my god. Ota Matsushita.
Matsushita Ota, 24 years old, male.
Doesn't fucking look 24 years old to me.
I have marked his address on the map. That is all.
Date?
Way ahead of you, boss. Let's go, Aiba.
Affirmative.
My left eyeball is Aiba. She sees things differently than I do. Okay, now is a good time to call the video. We got tons of information. Until next time, everybody.